Well, good day. Our devotions today come from Ephesians chapter 4. We're concentrating on the first three verses. Verses 1 to 3. Therefore, I, a prisoner for serving the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling. For you have been called by God. Always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowances for each other's faults because of your love. Make every effort to keep yourselves united in the Spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. In the first three chapters of this book, Paul has been describing at length what it is that God has done for us, what He's given to us. And it really is talking about that vertical relationship between God and between man. When we get to chapter 4, the emphasis begins to shift to our horizontal relationships, how we're connecting with our fellow man and our fellow woman. Mark Twain famously said, "The two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." Now that's a deeply profound but also very true statement that he made. In this opening verse, Paul begs that the believers would live a life worthy of their calling. And the reality is that each of us have a calling that is unique. It is specific to us. It's a calling that only we can do. And if we don't do that calling, then the world misses out. We also know that God has placed works in front of us, in our future, for us to walk into. Paul talks in those verses about some really wonderful qualities: being humble, having humility, gentleness, patience. They're qualities that don't always come naturally to us, certainly not always to me. And like me, I assume that you need the indwelling power of the Holy Spirit at work to bring fruit in those areas. Our calling requires us to work hand in hand in partnership with the Lord to see His kingdom extended here on the earth. 1 John 4 says, if we say that we love God, but we don't love those people around us who we can see, how can we love the God that we don't see? If we don't love people, how can we say we love God? So the question I want to ask you today is, how is it that you can show God's love to the world around you? Who is it that God is putting in front of you for you to be the hands and feet of Jesus for in your world? I pray that you will ask God today to show you those people, show you those situations and circumstances that He wants you to be the hands and feet of Jesus into. And that you would ask Him for wisdom, that you would speak wisely into those situations, that you would be someone who meets the practical needs of those people in your world, that love would look like something. The love that God has asked you to share with the world would look like something to the world around you. God bless you.